Drunkfish Gaming.
Yes.
Hello and welcome to Drunkfish Gaming. I'm Lord Jim the Fish.
And I'm Fighting Drunk.
And today we're going to be talking about quality of life improvements in Dragon Champions.
So, before we get started, we just wanted to say the devs are doing an amazing job. They're listening to the community and they're constantly throwing out updates. So, on the day of recording, they have released 50 lines of text or something, all with new content. And so, great job to them.
Yeah, so this is constructive feedback, as we like to call it.
Eduardo, thanks for your constructive feedback.
I have both hands.
Both hands.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I do have them. They're not doing anything else whilst we're recording. Thank you. Right, okay, so first idea for quality of life improvement. So it's a sandbox mode. So this is the ability to do whatever you want with any character, whatever level you want to. The idea being that you can, invest in characters that you want to play later on, and therefore you're not restricted or to the characters you currently have. So that would be quite fun to play with.
Yeah, the thing to mention on that is it might need to be restricted to the characters that you do have, just so that the devs don't end up losing out on some cash from it by unlocking everything at
fair enough.
At release.
Fair enough. You know.
Okay. I always put a downer on things.
I know, it's so depressing, honestly. You're supposed to be fighting drunk. It's supposed to be a positive thing.
Right, let's work on that.
It's just water.
Shut up. So the second thing was easier way to upgrade characters. So if I go into my roster, you can see Snorri here. I've got all the gear pieces, but to be able to actually equip him and get him to gear level 2, I've got to go into each one of those.
Yes. Incredibly manual task.
Yep, and it really takes time.
Would you like to do it now to demonstrate how boring it is and how people will stop watching the video?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, my God, that's just engaging. And then you have to, you have to level up.
I haven't even leveled him up.
Level him up. Go on, do one level and then see if you can get up to the next one. No, I don't. Oh, it is enough to. Oh, you can put 2 on that one. You can do all of them just on one level 2.
So all of that. There should just be that upgrade button available.
Man, this is just truly exciting, isn't it? I mean, this is what I live for.
Yeah.
I think we made a point.
Hopefully.
Please don't click off the video. So I think that's all the upgrade stuff that we like. So then when you're on the screen, having a sort function would be nice as well. So even though you've got the filters up the top right, you'll see that there's nothing for like all the different stars you could possibly want. It'd be nice to actually select a team as well. So if you had a specific team, you could add like a tag to it, and then you could select that. That'd be really, really useful.
Yeah. So I think personally, being able to sort by star level, sort by power, speed potentially, just a few different metrics so you can actually see who your best characters are for certain things.
Yeah, so the filters, if we have a look at them at the moment, there's warriors and tacticians and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, it's more about the classes rather than the actual
team you want.
What your characters have.
Yep. So the next thing we were going to look at was the ability to look at people's rosters. So this is in the arena. So
shout out to Samulast. He's a guy I'm chatting to a fair bit at the moment. On this, you can see he's got 27 full star heroes collected. I can only see 5 of those. If I was a new player and I wanted to see what are the top guys farming, what should I really be aiming for? It's a great chance to be able to actually see by looking at the people that are high achieving. And it would also help your guild leaders. If you're looking at doing the next tier of the raid, it will enable them to actually see who has what stars available and is it going to shut anyone out from participating.
Indeed, and I think the same thing then applies to tournaments as well. So if we quickly look into tournaments, if you want to see the player that you're actually going to battle against, you can get a fair idea as to what level they are when you want to battle, and that's fine. But sometimes their teams are just way above you, and you just can't see who you're going to fight, so you're definitely going to lose. So it's pretty much chance when it comes to tournaments, and super risky.
Especially if you click battle now, they could all be like power level 1 or probably 5
or 66
teams
up at the top,
or they could be like 60,000, 70,000, and you don't know what kind of chance you got until you've used that ticket and risked a loss already. Okay, so the other bit was an offline mode. This is something that would help both Jim and myself quite a lot. We commute into work on the train,
Oh,
and the
I can't play
reception's
this game. It's impossible.
reception's not always that great.
Yep.
If we could actually go into our campaigns and do some of our missions here, whilst not having to have an internet connection, it would just make it that bit more engaging when we've got nothing else to do.
Yeah, especially even in the tube in London as well. There's only 10 seconds you've got to like connect to the Wi-Fi, and then you're off again.
Yeah.
So, no, doesn't have to be a normal training underground as well.
So we know this isn't going to work in a lot of places like Arena, but challenges, I don't see why it couldn't work there.
Nope.
Potentially even events.
Mm-hmm.
As long as there is cheating mechanics or anti-cheating mechanics put in place, I'm sure it should be fine.
Could we do the tower as well? Was that based on level?
I don't know.
Because it says at the start that it's trying to match you against players, but I'm sure you could just get a computer to work that out based on your level and just make it
Potentially.
harder. So it's a bit strange. I think you struggle on the tower,
I really do.
but I complete mine every time. But I'm what 10 levels less than you because I'm like 57, and you're
Yeah.
like 67 or something.
I just face orcs after orcs.
yeah, and I actually get all the benefits of the whole all the way through the tower and all the whatever.
Yeah.
So
He's catching up.
I am actually catching up. The next thing we were thinking about was the campaign. So we've recently
here.
discovered that actually on the little tab on the right up there, you can see the enemies that you're going to face. Which
You say we've recently
Well,
discovered.
so-
I was aware of this.
I wasn't, because it was hidden by the reward. So that gives you an idea whether you can actually complete that level based on your current level and your characters.
The thing it doesn't
It's just
do, though,
irritating.
is it doesn't tell you how many characters you're facing in each wave.
Yep.
For example, is that 2 waves of 3 and a wave of 2? Or is that a wave of 6 and a wave of 2? Or 4 and 4?
Who knows?
Great example. Like some, you end
Yeah,
up
it just
seeing
could be anything, couldn't it?
masses. And a good way to actually look at this is if you go into, I think, challenges. On here, it says recommended hero, level
Yes.
67, gear level 9. So it gives you that
Useful.
indication, should you be trying this, or is it just going to completely demolish you?
Yeah, I'm just wasting my time otherwise.
Yeah. And I think as a lot of people don't actually play much of the story,
Mm-hmm.
it is a chance for them to see where they should be based on their level, rather than having to guess maybe once a week,
Yeah.
like I do, to be honest.
Yeah, just when I think of the campaign. But so, what would also make the campaign interesting was actually having real audio for characters as well. Now we
Yeah.
can put in our own accents, but
Well,
that's going to offend a lot of people.
Should-
So, therefore, having some proper voices over all the characters would actually make it relatively interesting.
Yeah, and I think I'd probably listen to it. I wouldn't read it. I haven't so far, but
I have no
just
idea
having
about
the
stories.
audio could be a bit more engaging.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Get people really bought into the world they've created here.
Yeah, and we are available for voiceover work. Not a problem.
Yeah. Okay, the last thing that we've got is not really quality of life. I just thought it'd be something that'd be a little bit of fun, and that's actually looking at different skins on characters. So, for example, here we got Tromgar, who, just I'm going to say, whilst he's got a lot to him, everyone's got the same thing. What if you could change his trousers
It's
or
bright pink.
pants
Or-
to Americans
Oh yes, sorry.
to bright pink, or change them to blue and actually have something unique about your squad?
Maybe shiny skin or something, something that glitters or shimmers or something.
Yeah.
Maybe just vaguely amusing.
I think probably got to be careful on some of the characters with how they do this, but I just think it would be something a bit of fun you don't really see in many other games.
Yeah.
But as this isn't
Well,
big, massive brand content, there is the availability, I think, to actually change it up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, people pay for custom skins.
Yeah.
In loads and loads of games, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it here as well.
Yeah, what if Diesel Rock had a nice ginger beard?
Says the man with the ginger beard. I want him ginger. A ginger walk.
Yeah. Right, so that was all of our ideas for quality of life updates and a little quirky one at the end. Let us know what you think about them and whether or not there's anything else that you would like to see added in the comments below.
Yes, and if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, hit subscribe and tap the notification bell.
So before we go, quick shout out to the Escape Pod podcast. We're part of the Content Creators Network. Proudly part of the Content Creators
Indeed.
Network. And do go and check them out if you get the opportunity.
Great. Thanks. Well, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Drunk Fish Gaming.